Hey guys, it's Addison. I just got back from spring break. Well, not just, I've been home for a while now, but I wanted to talk about it before I started forgetting things. I'm going to assume that you saw my video about getting stuck in Minneapolis, so I'm not going to go through that again. I had the sense to change before I got on the plane, so I didn't smell like nasty airport, and Chris picked me up. We got back to her house, and she gave me presents, which were a really big Buck Angel shirt signed by Buck, which is really cool. I took a shower because I needed one, and by the time my hair dried, Ray Ray showed up. We went out and we decided, since I was so pumped for meeting all these awesome queers, that we were going to go downtown. And we had awesome Mexican food. We kind of bummed around downtown a bit and went to the Apple store and to Ray's thrift store. There's another word after Ray's, but I can't remember what it is. Ray's Warehouse, maybe? But it's a thrift store, and actually that's where I got this shirt. My little gay boy shirt. And that was a really cool place, and we went to Powell's, which is this huge bookstore, and it's amazing. And we just kind of stood in the gender and sexuality aisle for like 20 minutes just going. It was pretty cool. We turned in pretty early because I ended up getting pretty tired. The high wore off eventually, and we went back to the house, and Ray Ray drew me a picture, which is here. Looks like me, right? Right? Ray Ray's a really good artist, and they should go to school for it. But we ended up playing 10,000. Chris taught us how to play because we had never played before. We watched The Dark Crystal because I had never seen it before. Monday, we woke up and rolled out to the Hawthorne district, but first we stopped at this really sweet grocery store called New Seasons, and they had really amazing deli sandwiches. We went to New Seasons, and then we went through the Hawthorne district, and we went to a bunch of sweet thrift stores and hippy-dippy shops, and including a shop that had wooden phalluses all over the place. At the end of the day, we were gonna go to this art market, and then I reminded Chris that it wasn't the weekend and it wasn't open, and we ended up going to Andy and Bax, this army surplus store, which was pretty cool. I got a pair of jump boots, which I'm wearing right now, and we got some other stuff. But that was a pretty cool store. The cool thing about that is it's this huge macho store, right? It's all these army dudes and dudes that want to go camping and mountain biking and all that stuff. And I'm standing at the register paying for my boots, and this gentleman and I think his son came up behind me, and the son was like all ready to pay, and the guy was like, "Wait until they check this guy out first." And I was just like, "Really? Really?" We went back to the house, and Ray Ray had to leave because he had to drive back up to Washington. Boo. And Chris and I hung out, and then we went to a Gender Free for All meeting, which is an organization that she's a part of, and that was really interesting, to say the least. And before then, we went to Tony Bento's, which is this sweet little Asian place, where I got wontons because they're tasty and delicious. And that was really good. And when we came back from the meeting, we just kind of crashed out because I was pretty tired. Tuesday, Chris and I went to Multnomah Falls and hiked all the way up it. And that was really fun and gorgeous. It was gorgeous weather. We ate more New Season sandwiches at the top of it, and it was delicious. And And when we came back, we picked up Chris's friend Jessamine from work, and we went back to New Seasons to get food for the party we were throwing that night. It was a wonton party because I love wontons. And so we picked up all the food, and we went back to the house, and then when the time that was done, Colin and Mac had shown up, and so I got to meet them for the first time, and that was pretty cool. Colin's amazing, and Mac is just funny as shit. We wouldn't let her cook because apparently she isn't a good cook, so she just sat and drank wine, which was cool. So, the party was good, everybody got a little tipsy, and it was just a really good time, really good people, no drama or nothing, and that's always great. It was just about hanging out and having friends around, and everyone was respectful of gender identities and pronouns, and if you fucked up pronouns, no one really cared, which is cool. Wednesday was tattoo day, and I got my sweet new tattoo. We went down to this shop called Lucid Ink, which is right in the same neighborhood as Chris's house. Ray is amazing. He has a really soft touch. This is my first tattoo, and it's a chest piece. And he was really, really good about letting me, you know, breathe, giving me time to stand up and shake everything out, because I was laying down, because I would have been a lot shakier if I were sitting up. So I was laying down, and he was really good about letting me get up and shake things out, so I would get blood in my legs again, and he was real good about, you know, just having breaks and powering through when I needed to power through, and he spent 2.5 hours to 3 on my tattoo. It was just so chill, and they were so funny, because Chris is just hilarious, and Ray is this big bear queen fag, and he was just hilarious, and they were singing along to The Cure, and it was just hilarious. So then Thursday we went to the beach. It was rainy and nasty and wet, but it was fun. The drive was funny as shit because on the way back it was raining, and there was this trucker that kept trying to get in front of us, and Chris was like, I'm not driving behind a truck this whole fucking way. So every time he would try to speed up and pass us, we would speed up until the lane went down to 1 lane again. And towards the end, we had finally caught up to the rest of traffic, and we were running out of gas, so we just kept cruising down the hills, and we ended up pulling off for gas, and the trucker glared at us as he passed. It was pretty funny. That night we just really kind of hung out because we were pretty burnt. We were just kind of savoring the time that we had left. And Friday, I got dropped off at the airport, and I cried the whole way through security. And I got on, and I got to Minneapolis again, and they asked for a volunteer to take a bump from this flight and get on a flight tomorrow, and they would put you up in a hotel, or tomorrow, meaning today, and they would put you up in a hotel and give you $400 towards your next flight. And I was traveling alone, so I was like, you know what, sure, I'll do it. And then there was this whole drama with my bag. They took it off, and then they put it back on because I thought I was going to get on the plane because people hadn't shown up, and then they were supposed to take it back off again, and they didn't take it back off, and all this drama. But the hotel was nice, and I got to meet my friend Mike, who is on the LiveJournal and the Facebook, and I got to meet his date, who was very nice. And the next day I got breakfast and got in through the airport and got on a plane and came home. So that's really like the short summary version of my spring break and my fantastic time with Chris. And leaving was really the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I will be very, very excited to go back and see Chris again. And I just wanted to let you guys know why I was gone all week and what's going on with me. I'll probably make another video when something else happens, but until then,